itself, and we're also going to discuss how you can become the next lead of and we GDSC right now. I Ankana and I think PT is not present right now. So we're going to discuss our personal tips and some advices so that you can become a successful GDSC lead of your chapter. So the presentation. So yeah, I think very few people present here because uh, participants from other institutions are also present here. Let's start with a very quick introduction. So myself, I'm a compliance third year student from RCC. Currently reading the college and I'm also a passionate developer and my domain development and so if you guys want to connect with me for the GDSC development purpose, you're free to connect. I will share my LinkedIn very soon. Okay. Company. We should know about that company and it will be great we know the parent company of that company. Scenario, the employee is the GDSC lead, the company is the GDSC, and the parent company is the Google for development. This Google for development is directly powered by the Google itself. And I think you guys are familiar with this communities, GDSC, and Women Tech Makers. So GDSCs are specially built for the student developers. GDGs are for mainly built professional developers, but students are also allowed here. And women techmakers are specially for the women developers that as it's open community, so all developers are to the session. And I think you guys are not aware about this high community where you will find the GDEs, Google Developer Experts. So for the experts, there is a community Google Developer Experts, and Google also supports the startups. And for the startups, there is a community Google for Startups. And in India, there is a community which supports the education system in our India. That's India EduPro. But we are going to discuss about what is the Google of a Students Club, and I'm not going to answer it. I want to listen from you guys. What you guys know about the GDSC. So I want to see some responses in the chat box. Sounds are coming. Is there a lot of noise? Okay. Is the noise still there? Uh, Onkola, can you confirm if the sound is clear or not?
Much better.
Okay, I will go further, but just let me be confirmed. The noise is still there or not?
Some noises are still coming, but somehow better than before.
Okay.
Or there is more noise? Is it clear or there is more noise? Now the
Clear.
voice. Okay, thank you, Siddhant. Thank you. Okay, so I can see there's a lot of answers. Shomura said the community for all kinds of developers. Okay, and Rishi, Harsh, Dhruva also. And okay, so yeah, those answers are partially correct because correct answer is combination of all of this actually. Yeah, Shekhar, you are right also. Yeah, this is a community for budding developers. Yes, right, right. So yeah, I'm not going to discuss about the definition and stuffs more. I would like to discuss and jump towards the activities about this club. So this is a our community, whatever you say, who runs on the motto of learn, connecting, and growing. All right. So in this community, you will learn a lot of things from the members or community core team, etc. You will make a very good connections here, and you guys don't know about the power of connections. And somehow I read that your personal relatives are not as much helpful as the your LinkedIn connections. All right, and yeah, if you have a good number of connections, they are definitely going to help you grow in your personal life and professional life as well. So yeah, GDSC leads mean you are going to have a good number of access, number of connections, and they are nothing less than great powers. So I think we can't forget what Ben says. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility, and we already discussed about the power. Now let's discuss about the responsibility, and the responsibilities are much more greater than power itself. So GDSC program is valid for 1 year. It says this is for 1 year, but from personal experience, we can say that program in this program you will get the chance of around 9 to 10 months, where you will organize different technical events and etc. And what you need to do during this GDSC program, you are going to share your knowledge and your core team members knowledge among your community member and help them to learn new things, adapt new technologies, and etc. And during this GDSC sessions, you are going to learn how you can solve local problems using your existing amount of knowledge. And to solve these local problems, a special program exists called Solution. This is a global level hackathon which organized few months ago. I think you all know about that, right? Okay. Okay. So this is all over the program overview, and basically there is not a particular overview exist for this program. As a lead, you have the full access and full permission to do whatever you want to do. You can custom team according to your own. You can conduct sessions, conduct webinars, hackathons, workshops as per as your choice, and there is no number of limitations that you have to organize up to this number. But yeah, there is a obviously minimum number of criteria or restrictions you have to follow during the tenure. And you are going, if you apply for the role, you will get to know about that, and we're also present here to guide you on those things. So this is the GDSC program, and this is not, but yeah, this is a bit introduction that program is going to be. So now tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated you are to apply for the GDSC lead application. So tell me in the comment box. 10.5. I can see there's a naughty guy, Tomora. 69 out of 6.9. Why too much low number? 6.9. Okay, you can see there's a lot of enthusiastic guy. Oh, 6 by 10. Okay, I think Shomuraj is too much excited. He lost his mathematical mind. Okay, my brother's brain is not braining right now. It's like 2 to the power 20. Wow. Okay, okay, all right, all right. So next, I would like to introduce my fellow GDSC lead of SNU, Chakraborty, and she's going to explain registration process, how the application process is to be for the year 2024. So, Ankana, you can start now.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Tush.
yeah. Hello everyone, and a wonderful evening. And if you, for those of you who don't know me, well, I am the Google DSC lead from Sister Nivedita University, and I am the first female to lead this community at my college. So yeah. So can you please go on to the next slide or go? Yeah. Okay. So the first thing that GDSC lead here is Swag's Laya. But well, from my personal experience, Swags is not the only thing about leading GDSC. I would be telling like completely my personal experience all throughout. So, GDSC is more like a family that you can get. And oh, hi Shomraj, we love SNU at Hack for Bengal and actually met you. Okay, hi there. So, you know, uh, GDSC is more like a family. They give you a family. I met Orgo, and there are a wonderful members all around India. You would be able to connect, and even on a since it's a global platform, you would be getting to meet people from all around the world, and they are super nice, and they share so much knowledge. You need to be a sponge, so to accept all of those knowledges, and it's like a holistic growth that you can get. uh, like on a personal level, I shared this during my orientation as well. So you know what happened, I started off as just being a volunteer, and as a volunteer, like I had during that time I had the opportunity to be the core member or the executive member of one of the leading clubs in the college, but I left that because the then GDSC lead had inspired me so much that I joined just as a volunteer at an event. And then during the 2022 to 2023 tenure, I went on to become the core team member. And then, but I had this goal in mind that, yeah, one day I would be leading this community, because this community is not just a community, it's an emotion for me. And yeah, now I am. So, well, too much of knowledge out there. So, I would be now telling you about the stages of the GDSC lead application. Uh, or go next slide. I mean, the processes. Yeah. So, the application process happens in three stages. First is your, the application process that you need to submit. And the application process is divided into three questions that you need to answer. The first question that goes is, what is your motivation to lead the GDSC community at your campus? So over here, I would be the first thing that I would be telling is to be honest to yourself. Like, find out why do you want to lead it. A small tip is like, don't go for something that shows that it is for your personal benefit only. Go for something that would be giving everyone the proper growth. Okay, so that was the first question, and the second question is like, what is your technical experiences? If you have led any teams, if you have taken part in hackathons, or if you have taken sessions, do write about that. And then, like, show that you are interested to grow as well as to grow everyone around you. That is, you would not be growing alone, but you would be growing in a, like, like in an inclusive manner. And then you have got another question which says that, uh, how, like, what are the obstacles that you have faced, and how do you incorporate your learnings in the society. So over there, you can always go on to say that these subjects that you are studying, that would be helping you to, diminish the problems of the society, help to have a much better life. And obstacles, that is completely your personal, like, if you have faced anything. Like, for me, what I faced was, the first thing, when I became the class representative, I was often being ignored by the other members, since I come from a class where there are several entry students. So they never used to listen to me. First, majority of them were boys, and second of all, they were older than me, so they never listened. Or go back. Okay, I guess he left. Wait, give me a minute. Uh, just do let me know if you can see the slides. You see the slides? Yeah. Okay. So, write about the obstacles. And yeah, and in the video that you would be giving, try to, say, like, don't include like who you are, but at the same time try to say why you want to, like, just one or two lines, like, what does GDSC mean to you, why you would be the best possible candidate for leading GDSC, and then go on to say your technical skills as well as your soft skills. Because just having technical knowledge does not make you a good lead. You have to have soft skills as well. A lead is someone who does not grow alone. A lead is someone who can make others grow with him. Okay, so that was the first stage of the application process. And there are rigorous testings. And once your application gets selected, you get called for a diagnostic test. Now, what does happen over there? The diagnostic test takes place in two ways. In the first slot, you need to answer technical questions, technical and aptitude based questions, like logical reasoning, and then you have output of the code snippets, things like that. And in the second phase of the diagnostic test, which you need to give both the exams at the same day. For the second phase, you get to have decision making skills. Like, for example, they say that what would be better for you, if in a face of a obstacle, would you rather cancel the program or would you rather postpone the exam? Like things like these questions. Or what would you choose? Would you choose a Ferrari car or $10 million? Like your decision making and problem solving skills are assessed. And once you clear the diagnostic test, the final round of the application process is the interview round. And in the interview round, well, the interviewer is like very very frank, but that is one of the traps. Don't get too much frank with them. Be in a semi casual form. And they would be asking you some, like, your management skills, on your technical skills. They would be asking, and do try to show the projects that you have been created. And also let them know that you are actively engaged in community work. So I remember they have been asking me the difference between stack and queue, and they had also asked me OOPS question, that is object oriented programming questions. And at the same time, one question that they had asked me was, if I have a event scheduled on a particular day and I have a national exam on that day itself, and that then what would I do? Because since I'm a lead, I need to be present at that event as well. So questions like these are asked. So be well prepared with the answers that you have written in your application as well, because a majority of the questions are asked from there, other than the management skills. And then you have questions, which I already told you, that your motivation to apply. Like what my motivation was, I had been getting a lot of support from my seniors, and I wanted that like support to reach to my juniors and super juniors as well. I wanted them to not feel left out in college, because after school college can be a lot of overwhelming thing. College can seriously make you have peer pressure. Like you I'll be telling you, you might think that they know so much. Oh my god, I don't know anything. How will I start? What should I do? You know, some people are doing data science, some people doing cloud, web, Android, and you might feel lost. So I wanted to have sessions on each of these topics so that every student can find their motivation and what like gives them desire to learn, which path they should choose, which one gives them interest. And if you have leadership experiences, then that is a very very bonus point. And they would also be learning about favorite technologies and what you have created with it. And like these are very important. Like don't leave any field empty. Like the questions have been divided, so make sure you answer each of the questions that has been given. Then you have like make sure that you do not have grammatical mistakes. And like if you want, you can check from Grammarly, because Grammarly is one of the major tools that help you in identifying if there are any grammatical errors. Okay. And don't put vague answers. Give up to the point. If they have asked for your motivation, give that point itself. If they have asked for your leadership experiences, give that. Technical skills, give that. Okay. And do not ignore the community aspect, because having community experience is a really 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 plus point. Because communities are not only for enjoying free food or swags. Community work is a, like communities are a place where you can actually learn something. Because honestly, college work is not the only thing which will help you grow. You need to learn extra, because each one of us are going to the same line. You require an x factor that would be helping you to uniquely identify yourself. And like I said, do not neglect your personal story, because each one of you are unique and you have your own experiences. and that is something that they are looking for. They do not want any chat gpt or any ai tools. Be honest to yourself and write it out. Okay, so making the video, it is also an important aspect, because as a lead you would be taking sessions and you would be connecting with the members of the community. So it is very important to have communication skills. Okay, let me tell you, I if like some of my juniors know, I had again told this in my orientation as well. Like the last year I had been very shy of speaking out. Like public speaking was one of my main fears, and I was given a chance to host a session of GDSC as well, and I had literally switched off my phone so that I don't have to host the session. That was how shy I used to be. And right now I am taking your sessions, I take sessions in offline modes, and that is how I have grown. So GDSC have helped me to grow so much. And as you know, the first interaction is the most important interaction, because it helps you to have make an impression. Like, to be very honest, our concentration span has diminished a lot. Like it takes 7 minutes to 7 seconds. That is the only time we make an impression on someone. We all say don't judge a book by its cover, but honestly, we all do that. Like the first time someone speaks to us, whatever they speak gets embedded in our mind in such a way that we judge that person based on it. And also, like a good video helps you, like the video that you are making is the connection between you and the person judging you for GDSC. So make sure you are honest, you are true to yourself, you are giving efforts. Make sure your efforts get shown and your passion gets shown. Hmm. Because that is the only way you can communicate with them at that point of time. Okay, and these are the tips that you need submitting a require. So make sure you have a clear background and record it in landscape. Don't keep it in the other way. And make sure when you are making the video, there is no background noise, no disturbances, and your voice is absolutely clear and audible. Do not, and make sure one thing, do not stutter and stammer. And always have a smile. That is like one of the most important thing. Make sure you are smiling, because come on, a serious face, that doesn't suit you. You look very very good when you smile. And some tricks are: prepare your script, but make sure you are not exactly reading from it, because if you are reading from it, it just shows that you have a lack of communication skills. And do not say it in such a way that you are reading a script. Make sure you put some emotions in your voice while you are making the video, and keep the content short and crisp. The maximum they would be seeing is a 90-minute video. So make sure you tell everything that you have to say within that 90 minutes. Make it short, make it crisp so that it can be eye catching. And revise the script beforehand for confidence, but at the same time just don't repeat everything from your memory. And yeah, all the, like the minute of the minutest moves that you make will have a huge impact on your entire application evaluation. And while you are submitting your social media links, I would always be suggesting, go for your GitHub links, go LinkedIn links, your Twitter links. And even if you do not have a proper Twitter, make sure your LinkedIn is actively engaged. Make sure that whatever you're doing is posted over there. Because nowadays, apart from GDSC, even your recruiters for placement see your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn is one of the major impacts that you have. And if you have any other social media links, such as I gave my developers profile and my cloud skill boost profile as well, so you may give all of those. Okay, and once again, double check all your answers for grammatical and spelling errors. Like, make sure it is absolutely crystal clear and does not have any opaqueness. Okay, it's absolutely transparent, and make sure all the fields are properly filled and submitted. And make sure, this is one of the major issues that I have seen with many of the GDSC leads faced, is that incorrect chapter names and cities. Their applications got rejected because they did not give which college they are from, and their college GDSC name and the city. And lastly, the most important thing is, be unique and have a creativeness. Don't do control C, control V. No chat GPT, no Gemini, nothing. Even if they write wonderful essays, like, even if your essay is flawed, it would be reflecting you, your personality, your you-ness. Okay, so it's always control plus create. Be true, be honest, and show yourself. Because whatever you're writing is a reflection of who you are. If ChatGPT writes it, it is a reflection of who ChatGPT is and not who you are. So your authenticity definitely matters, because you are unique and you have unique perspectives and unique insights. And originality leads to higher engagement levels. It shows that how much you love the community, how much effort you are willing to put in the community, and for everyone around you. And so that is it. उत्सव की तैयारी करो, नेक्स्ट जीडीएससी लीड आने वाला है, और आने वाली है डेफिनेटली. Yeah, thank you. I hope I gave some free ka gyan, loads of gyan. So, yeah, in case you have any questions, please feel free to, you know, ask. Definitely. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, Orgo, if you can like share the screen with the last
Yeah,
forms.
I'm
Like,
sharing. But
yeah. Uh, and in case you have any doubts or anything, please feel free to reach out. Okay, in the end, we would be having a Q&A session as well. So you can definitely ask.
okay. So, guys, listen her very carefully what Ankana says. But what she says, that's all about the theory and just advices, what you can apply. But I'm to give you example what happened to me during the interview. It's my personal experience in the interview. So, as a GDSC lead, you have to be a bit diplomatic, and in some cases, you may need to do diplomacy with your own teammates. And yeah, that's going to be very clear from this question of the interviewer that he asked me, suppose one of your teammate is not performing according to your expectation. So you are going to complain him without hurting him or her. So you have to make him aware about his negligence without hurting him or her. So obviously this is going to be a very difficult task, right? So what I answered him, I know about this trick. So note this, because you may going to ask this question also. There is a trick called sandwich trick. So I think you guys have idea about the sandwich. Sandwiches has three layers. First one is the bread. Second one is the middle of whatever the chicken curry, whatever, and third one is the bread also. So the first part and the third part they're same, but the middle one is different. So you have to say him bad words in sorry. You have to say him the bad word in the middle part and good word in the first and third part. So what I answered him that I would like to ask him or her that, bro, you are doing very great. You have a very depth knowledge about your domain and your tech stack, and that's awesome. But in the last session, what you did, I think you could this kind of thing instead of this, and it would be better. So try to improve it in the next session. All right, but otherwise the session was very good. Received a very, but in some feedback I negative notations also. So as a friend, as a lead, it's my responsibility to notify you about this thing, right? So how did it sound? Did it sound too much harsh or too much soft? I'm asking you, you all. Yes, Shobnan, you are well aware that. So balanced. It was balanced. Yes, yes. As a lead, you have to balance bad things, all the good things, etc. And that was the our main motto to this thing. And I think to teach the thing which comes in your mind, in your personality day by day after becoming the lead. All right. So at the end of the tenure, I and Ankana both can realize that our personality changed a bit, our thoughts, our braining functionality changes a very bit, changes a bit, and it's helping us right now in our professional life, right? So yeah, that's all about quite diplomatic bejati. Okay, so yeah, that's all about today's session, and I'm going to share a QR link so you can scan the QR. Okay, I changed it.
Okay, so
Yes, I think now the QR just scan it. I'm giving you minutes to scan it and let us know it is working or not. Also,
yeah, it's working properly. Okay, so I
Ankana,
can,
you were
yeah,
saying
it
something?
is working. Is my voice cracking?
No, 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 it's perfectly audible.
So I can see some questions over here. Shomaraj, you are an MLSA. So being an MLSA does not hamper your chances of getting a GDSC lead role. You can always apply, but make sure that you can give time. What GDSC looks is someone who is dedicated towards the community. So make sure that you have got the like the necessary time and energy to invest in it, because to be honest, with many of the campaigns sometimes it get exhausting, but you need to have that passion that yes, you will be doing it no matter what, because the campaigns might clash with your examinations or your functions or your holidays. You might not, like on some days there might be way too many participants in the sessions, so sometimes there might be less number of participants in the sessions, but you will be moving forward no matter what. That is the only thing. Okay, then we see ask GDSC or MLSA. Which one would you prefer? Well, both of
Obviously, we are
them
going to prefer the GDSC. Obviously, we are go for the GDSC because we are the GDSC
hands
leads.
down GDSC. Definitely, definitely GDSC. Like, hail Google, come on. And या जीडीएससी के और भी members definitely होते हैं, and that is up to the lead on how they would be selecting their 14 members. Like some leads have application process and then interview rounds, some have direct interview rounds, something like this. So that depends on the lead who is taking. Okay.
Okay, guys. So in the feedback form, if there is a section from which chapter you belong to, if you are belong to RCC, then write RCC. If you belong to SNU, then SNU. If you belong to BBIT, then BBIT. And fill the lead names or emails or contact according to that. Okay, I'm not asking you to write in the comment section. I'm asking to write in the form
Yeah,
if it's
make sure you
required.
fill up this form. Okay. This form that is given over here, and over there just write it. your campus names. And in the meantime, if you want to connect with me, I'm giving you my LinkedIn account. You can connect with me over here, and any questions, please feel free to leave a DM. I would definitely be answering. And I wish you
Okay,
all the very best.
and guys, one more information. The last date of the GDSC application is 27th of March. Okay. And Ankana, can you please show them the website from they can apply the Advoc website?
Sure,
I am stopping sharing.
definitely. Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me if it's visible or not?
Yeah, it's visible.
It is visible, right? So the place where you can get is go over here, like GDSC lead application, and go to the first link over here. And once you go to apply now, they would be taking you to this tab of Advoku. Advoku is the official platform where the applications go on. Over here, you need to fill up with your first is your personal details, your name, last name, your self-identified pronoun. You just leave this one gap.
And I would like to talk about the nomination code. This is the optional field, and
Hmm.
the nomination code you will receive from our site, and it will be received in your DM if you are eligible. And I will share my nomination code by today or tomorrow. Then you can apply,
Over
and
here, then you
I'm gonna will
need
share
to
her.
hmm. Over here is the your country. Okay. And over here is your institution. So since I'm from Sister Nivedita University, I would be selecting that. And over here, you need to give the application. Okay, let me just just give your. And over here are your website details or your social media details. Or if you have your portfolio website, you might give it over here. Okay. Then your X profile link, your if you want, you can give Facebook, but I would prefer Twitter, GitHub, LinkedIn as a must. If you have Quick Labs, you might give Quick Labs as well. Uh, Quick Labs is basically the cloud one, but these are your main, your GitHub, your LinkedIn, and your X. Okay, these are must. And if you have any other links that you want to share, you may give. Like over here, I had given my developers link as I told you. Yeah. So here are the questions that you need to give. So the first is what is your motivation to run a Google Developer Student Club at your institution? And have you been a part of any community before? And mention what inspires you to run a community and how GDSC would impact your community. Make sure you fill up all of these precisely. Do not leave out any question. And the next is what is your experience leading a project or team? And like, your experience as a team leader, what challenges did you face and how did you solve the problems? how you solve your problem gives a lot of insight into how would you be as a leader, how what is your analytical thinking process, and how is your decision making and problem solving skills, and what is the best part of being a leader for you. Like on a personal level, the best thing about being a leader for me is that I can help so many of you. I have given sessions, conducted sessions so that a lot of people can learn. Like learning should be a holistic growth, not only my growth, but everyone around me should grow as well. So that is what was my experience. And like, what is your experience with technology? Like the technology that you find most interesting, and why do you find it interesting? What role does technology have in your community? And what products or platforms you have shared your experiences, and then how is your studies integrating or technology. And over here in the last, as I told you about the video that you need to make, you need to make it like publish the video on your YouTube. Either you make it unlisted or you make it public, but it has to be there. Give me a minute, let me just give it to a full name, otherwise I will not be able to know. Give me next one. Okay, so you need to submit these as well. Like you would be GDSC for, and you have read the community guidelines. Make sure you the community guidelines. They have a lot of terms and conditions over there. And during the 2024-2025 session, you would be enrolled in the student. You have to add email ID in your contact list, and that's all that you need to do.
All right. I think there are some questions in the chat box.
Okay, so Siddhant just asked that your uh, community is not, like your college is not, so you need to register. Okay, over there is also an option that you are going to be the first lead. So that is what you need. And if you have Siddhant, if you have any questions, do feel free to reach out. We would be definitely helping you. And yeah, we wish you a very good luck. And, and
I think you guys
do
are
feel free.
wondering what I'm doing. Actually, I'm taking screenshots of the session, which I forgot to do. Okay. So, any more questions? Any more questions?
Do feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, and make sure you connect with us as well. That would give us a lot. And if you are there with me on WhatsApp or in LinkedIn connected, make sure you give feedbacks. Feedbacks helps us to grow and bring much better sessions, and it encourages us a lot as well. So, yeah, all the very best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys for joining today. See you soon in the next session. Till then, stay tuned.
And have a great night ahead, everyone. And happy Holies. Stay safe and play and have lots of fun.